What's going on, everybody? Dick Polipnick here with Online Growth Systems. In today's book review and summary, we're doing Managing Oneself by Peter Drucker. So let's dive right into it. Managing Oneself by Peter Drucker is a small book, as you can tell. It is like 55 pages, and it's got huge texts and big margins, and it pretty much is, it is a sermon that was from a business preacher, Peter Drucker, and pretty much it was archived as a little booklet, and so it's kind of interesting. I know a lot of you follow Tai Lopez, and this is like his #1 recommended book on his book list. And I'm going to be honest, I didn't get that much out of it. Yep, this is one of the few negative book reviews. And like I said, I either do it if it's really good or if it's really bad. And interesting, because Tai Lopez is like a big mentor of mine, and a lot of you as well. And this is his favorite book, and this was not mine. This was one of my least favorite. It was really preachy, and it was really, you know how I hate the mindset books, pretty much what this was. And he talks about how you need to stick with one thing and never change careers, and you stick in the same career forever. And frankly, this is a great book if you're from the 1800s. And we are not. So you can look up what Tai thinks about it, but what it talks about is how you should stick in the same career, because if people like us are switching every 5 years, getting a new career, getting a new job, jumping around like millennials and Generation X and Y and Z and frickin' W do, you can't become an expert in that field. I agree with that statement, that the longer you're in something, the better you're going to be at it. And if you want to stick in the same job forever, go for it. But I see it as an experience ladder. Career should be a ladder. It should be a mountain, not a hill and that flattens out. It's not a plateau, okay? Once you get to the top and you become the expert in your field, you don't, yeah, well, I'm already as good as I can get. I'm the best. I'm #1 in my industry. Woo. Come on, man. We're online growth systems. We don't accept mediocrity. And that's not mediocrity. I mean, if you're #1 in your industry, great. I mean, if you want to be the best peanut farmer in the world, be the best peanut farmer. You could probably be a billionaire. But to me, that sucks. That's boring. Who wants to plateau? Not me. So if you're like me, you want to live a life that is constantly stretching your boundaries, expanding your knowledge, your experience, getting better no matter what, growing. Boom, growing right here. So Managing Oneself talks about how you need to get focused, quit multitasking and trying to be an expert at 6 different things. And I think that's true to a degree. You can't be doing 6 different things at once. You know what I mean? You don't want to be in an industry in film, zoology, freaking starting a restaurant, starting a lawn care business, starting a insurance agency, starting a bakery, freaking an airplane company. You know, you don't want to do 6 different things at the same time. You want to do 1 or 2 or 3, maybe 3. Like I do like 3 things at a time. That's fine, because I have enough time to do 3 things at a time, because I have teams within all of those doing things for me. So I do a lot of administration work for 3 different companies, right? But why would you stick to one thing in the long term? So you want to focus on 1 or 2 industries at a time. Well, once I'm done conquering industry A, B, C, and I have administration, if I'm Bill Gates, and look at what he did. He didn't stick in the same thing. He did for several years in one thing, but then he moved on. Whoa, Peter Drucker. You know, he did Microsoft for like 20 years. Yeah, he stuck in one industry, did one business, but he didn't do that his whole life. He moved on to the next thing. Now he does blogging. He does books. He does a charity. Like, you know what I mean? Can you imagine if he was doing Microsoft the rest of his life? He'd get bored. Why do you think he moved on? Because he wanted to do charity work. He wanted to cure malaria because that's what he was passionate about. That was his next thing, right? For most people, they don't. If you're not making it to the billionaire status, you probably have to continue in somewhere to make money. But he already made it financially, so he wanted to go to the next adventure, which was giving. And I don't think he should have stuck in Microsoft the rest of his life. So there you go. There you have it. Look at Steve Jobs. He had Apple, Next, Pixar Animation. You know what I mean? Freaking computers and Toy Story are two different things, right? Totally different industries. They're both technology. They're different things, okay? You know what I mean? Peter Drucker, he did not stick. And if Steve Jobs didn't follow your rule, no offense, but I'm going to follow Steve Jobs. So there you have it. That's my book review. Link in the description below if you want to get your take on it. I mean, it is only 55 pages, and it does get a little bit of value, but I generally disagree with the message. So there you go. Thanks for watching. Check out other episodes on these lovely babies and more to come. See you next time.
I come from a town where most of the people are so close-minded. They go into school and they work in a job, but they don't even like it. I won't be put in a box. Nobody telling me what I should rock. Nobody telling me what I should drop. Cause I do what I want and just know I don't stop. Recording till 4 in the morning, they snoring. I'm pouring my soul into every story. I'm writing, producing, I mix it, I master. I'm building my craft and I'm not looking back. I've been going doing things I want to do when I want to.